What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. It is pure crap out here the entire day, getting rained on. So hopefully you guys are staying dry, having yourselves a great night. But well, it's time to talk some birds. So we had OTAs beginning yesterday, and we talked about it. There would not be any media presence, anything like that, so we really wouldn't know what was going down. But it's OTAs, organized team activities, so really try not to get too worked up whether or not there's narratives being creative. I've already seen the post, Eagles concerned, top receiver not at camp. Like, all right, dude, let's not lose our minds. It's OTAs, but there's excitement in the air because, well, there's 99 effing days of football until there's Eagles football. So I just want to let you know I'm pretty pumped up here. I don't know about you guys. I think this is going to be a back-to-back kind of season if we can just stay healthy, do our thing, continue to grow, develop our players. We have such a great young core. Dynasty season, as I like to say in these parts. So all of you sickos, I appreciate you tuning in. And you have any questions, comments, love to hear from you. Always down to talk some birds with you. Appreciate you hitting that like button, sharing this bad boy, subscribing, all that stuff, man. You guys are awesome. I love you. I cannot thank you enough for all of your support. Now, I wanted to have one of these articles up here, and I don't know why it freaked out, went away right before I was going live. So didn't work out the way I really wanted it to. So I have some notes here, but I actually had an article of some of the and some of the plays from the 7-on-7s and things like that. But we're not going to get too worked up about that stuff anyway. But it did have some just of the backup stuff, and I'll remember it as we go through this. Give me 1 second here. But I think that overall, it's exciting. We got, some of these questions we asked the other day, and we'll look at those here in a second because, as I told you, once this stuff actually, starts happening, we'll get much clearer answers. And I think that's finally happening here. Give me 1 second. All right. I really apologize for that. But, hey, look. It's OTA season, so we're getting things right, and that's what OTAs are all about. We talk about it's non-contact. It's these guys doing these 7-on-7 drills, doing these drills that, show you what these young guys have to learn and what these new pieces look like and who wants to go where. We're trying to fit people in, but we got a lot of time to do that. So we're going to do without the article. I don't know what to tell you, but I tried. As always, I tried. But hello there. Hope you're doing very well. Appreciate you taking the time and tuning in here and what's going on, you sicko. Hope you guys are all having yourselves a fantastic Wednesday night here at On the Road to Victory. It's been a long one, but I'm pumped up. Just thinking of OTAs, these new players, it's got me really pumped up. We'll talk about these notes here in a second. But just remember, well, first and foremost, 99 days. 99. R.I.P. to Jerome Brown, but 99 days until Eagles football. I just want to stress that I cannot wait for Eagles football. But so today, they had OTAs. They will have them again on Friday, and then they'll come back June 2nd, the 3rd, and then the 5th. Then they will have mandatory minicamp. So OTAs, they're not mandatory, but you'd still like to see a lot of these new pieces, people trying to be part of the rotation. But June 10th, it becomes mandatory. Then you will get a little time off there, and then training camp will begin at the end of July. Last year, it was July 23rd. We'll see what day they pick, and once they come out with that, I will give you that information. But, okay, now we see that. Let's get into what went down here today. Now, Jason Kelsey was there, my man, and, Brandon Graham, these are guys that are going to be here for the foreseeable future. I want them to be part of this organization on both sides. It begins in the trenches, and those two, they really helped, bring greatness here, and always have nothing but love for them. So love to see he was out there. We'll see if he gets a role sometime with the Eagles coaching staff. But anyways, let's get into who was not there. You see Devontae, AJ was there, but wasn't really practicing. You had Reed Blankenship not, but he was there yesterday. Lane Johnson not doing it. Dickerson, Devontae Smith. So, okay, no surprise there. Now, injuries, Jahad Campbell, he was there talking with Bobby King, the linebackers coach. So we know he's not going to be practicing. We talked about don't expect him or Nakobe Dean. Ben Van Sumer in there with the ACL, our fullback. Hopefully he'll be back in time to do some things. And then Cam Jurgens was not working out. But look, man, it's OTAs. But you would like to see someone like Bryce Huff, who, man, we signed Uche. We, signed Ojulari, and you've got Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt, who I think are the starters. So if you want to be number 5 and not lose out to Antoine Power Island, the draft pick, or Patrick Johnson, who was brought back, there's a lot of competition. So you'd think he'd want to be there. But, hey, that's his choice. That's his choice. But let's get into some of the things that were going down. Jalen Hurts looking sharp. Sorry, I try to say Hurts and sharp at the same time, my Lord. But looking sharp, not myself. But Jalen Hurts, we know, Super Bowl MVP, baby. He's going to go even further, with his game, and I think he'll continue to develop and get better, and that's great for us. And I cannot wait to see what this team does, but it is OTAs, and he didn't have his top guys, Dinkin and Duncan, testing some things out. It's fine. But great to see. Love to hear it. Don't want to hear the negativity from the media. It looks like they're on board. We are the champs. So maybe that stuff will, cease a little bit here this offseason. That'd be fantastic. But you see DTR taking those QB3 reps over McCord, and I'm really looking forward to that battle. We talked about, the backup is Tanner McKee, but who wants to be that QB3? Looking forward to this preseason, having 2 guys I really enjoyed watching in college. So, let's rock and roll here. And then on the offensive line, you saw the players that were out, but Mailata was there with Matt Pryor back on the Eagles. Now, we talked about this. He could definitely compete for right guard. He started like 16 games last year, maybe even 17, but you see Steen at right guard. That's his job to lose. So I hope he wins it, but he's got competition. You've got Kennard in there. You've got Toth starting at center. So checking out some of those depth pieces, and you saw the depth chart. We can look at that at the end here. But some offensive line depth battles that are really going to be fun to watch as well. And then they talked about Will Shipley a little bit, catching a lot of passes. I love that. We talked about him being that RB2. I know we have A.J. Dillon here, but Will Shipley is the future. Learning under Saquon, I'm going to love that 1-2 punch, taking over for Kenny Gainwell there, and then Dillon can be that ground and pound you use every now and again, maybe, if he even makes the team. We shall see. Now, that's all they really had, not much on receivers. Dallas Goedert was there. He was talking afterwards and just how happy he is to be back, and was scared about, getting traded and all that stuff, and that sucks. But I'm really glad he is here. But on the defensive side of the ball, Ojulari and Ojomo getting a lot of reps. And yes. We talked about Ojomo. Obviously, Milton Williams, love him, but he deserved to get paid. Now, we've got Ojomo here, and we just drafted Ty Robinson, who I cannot wait to see as part of this rotation. And you've got Thomas Booker, Byron Young, Gabe Hall. You've got competition. So, love that. But Ojulari, we need him, diamond in the rough in free agency here. He's got injury history, yes, and he's got Goro, 3 arms here. One of them's lost, I guess. But, dude, this kid's got talent. Perfect fit for Vic Fangio's defense. We talked about him last year as a trade candidate. Uche. I'm very pumped up about this edge room, obviously, with Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt there. Man, the 4 of them could really shine together. I'm pumped, man. I am. So, can't wait to watch throughout this offseason what goes down there. Then a linebacker, you had Jeremiah Trotter Jr. starting with Zach Bond, because clearly Nakobe Dean and Jihad Gamble were not there. So you've got guys, back there that I think are talented, and we talked about it. You even have an undrafted guy like Lance Dixon, the reserve future guy, Dallas Gann, trying to remember here. But Smile Munden, I think he really could do some special things, could be a special teams ace. I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. We'll get those guys acclimated with the playbook and stuff before we worry about that. But Trotter Jr. doing his thing, And we talk about it. Maybe at the beginning of the season, he's starting. If Dean's not back, Jihad Campbell, we take it easy with him. We don't need to rush him into this. So Trotter Jr., going to be fun to watch him this offseason. Now, Cooper DeJean, baby. Oh, yeah. So he was actually playing outside, and we talked about this in base packages where it's just two corners. You could have Coop and Quignon because this kid excelled outside. Why not use him? If you're not using a nickel corner, use Coop outside. Don't get this kid off the field. You could use him as a safety. Whatever the hell you want to do, use him. So I love that, man. And, that looks like that's the route they're going to go. And then, when it does, and we'll be running nickel a lot. Don't get it twisted. So he'll be there a lot. But when it's just two corners, running downs in certain plays, he'll be outside. It's fine. He can do it. But we've got a couple guys competing here. And Adoree Jackson started out with the first team here next to Quignon. So he was the other outside guy, but Coop was there at nickel. Then you have Mukuba and Sidney Brown there at safety. Oh, yeah. So I'm pumped about Mukuba and Sidney Brown watching that battle, but Reed Blankenship wasn't there, so we don't know which one they want to start there yet. And look, you have no idea at this point, but I'm really looking forward to that. I think you could use them both versatile defensive backs, different kind of guys, but very excited about both of them. I'm excited about these safeties and can't wait to see that. And this cornerback battle, with Adoree Jackson being brought in, I really prefer Ringo wins this job, and he did get to see some first-team reps. So I was excited to see that because I need him to win this job, make me feel comfortable with him as the future with Quignon and Coop. If not, you focus elsewhere. Maybe you sign someone in free agency if you don't feel comfortable. It's Stephon Gilmore out there. I'm making a show for you guys. Going to break down all the remaining free agents. But, yeah, I don't know that Adoree Jackson I feel comfortable as the outside guy. Maybe he surprises me. We shall see. But Lewis Cine is another guy we've talked about here. Really love his game from Cincinnati years ago. Things just didn't work out. Some injuries there in Minnesota, and he tried elsewhere. But we brought him in last year. He's part of this team. He's going to get an opportunity to compete with, Brown, Mukuba there. Obviously, Reed Blankenship leading the way. We got Tristan McCollum here. You got other guys that are back here as well, some undrafted guys, Max and Hook. Johnson there, and then of course Andre Sam, who last year really surprised a lot of people, and I think he got some work with the ones today, so that really bodes well for him. I think he's got a really impressive game, and I'm excited to see what he does this offseason. We've got competition everywhere, man, so that's what we needed to do, right? People, we didn't win free agency, the draft, we didn't do all these crazy things. It's like, dude, we did exactly what we needed to. We got the depth we needed, and I thought overall we did great. So I'm pumped up. We'll jump back over to these comments. Bob, my man, let's effing go. Appreciate you, dude. Just went through the notes, what went down in OTAs, but you guys can let me know how you're feeling. We'll talk about some of the battles I mentioned the other day. We'll talk about some other things here. But, yeah, my man Drew in the building. That's what I like to see. But whatever's on your guys' minds, hope you're doing well, Drew. Bob, everybody that's taken the time here tonight. Last year in camp also. Sorry, he caught a lot last year. You talk about Will Shipley. That's what he does, man. He has a versatile skill set, so pumped up. Michael, my man, appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Hope all of you sickos are having a great night here. I am definitely winded. I am beat up, and it's not going to be a very long one, but wanted to give you the notes through the day and want to keep you up to date as much as I possibly can. We got a few of these OTAs, then again that mandatory minicamp, and then we got to wait till the end of July. So we'll get there. I promise you. We'll count it down like we always do. Day 99, man. That's crazy. We talk about how funny it is when I say this on day 99, and then we're like, man, and then day 1 is here, and then football. It's going to happen, baby. Stay patient, you sickos. We're going to get through this sicko season. I promise you I'm going to do my best to give you as much info. Go check out that NFC East breakdown. We talked about how well everybody really did in this draft and offseason as a whole. So going to be competitive. NFC East, I've broken down all the draft picks, the undrafted guys, the tryouts, everything. And I will do this free agent show. Then I'm doing a cap show. And then I'm going to have – actually, I might do the cap show first, then the free agent show. Then – We'll get into my favorite additions and who I think will have an impact day one, who I think will have the biggest impact for the future, all that stuff that we do. I have some other things added in this year, so looking forward to it. But throughout this off season, we will be looking at a lot of battles here. So we mentioned them the other day, and where it says the position, you can just assume that the backups behind that position, like even if it's RB2, then RB3 is needed to be figured out as well. So, yeah, you see right guard, I think Steen's going to get that job, but going to be fun to watch all these guys prior, Keegan, Kendall, Green, Kennard, everybody. Let's go. Running back. I mean, we've talked about this. Go check out that video the other day. Went into detail with it. Took a look at the depth chart. Showed you guys everything you needed to know, but a lot of tight ends competing for that tight end 2 spot. Wide receiver 4 up for grabs. A lot of guys competing there. QB3. So we mentioned all of these things. And I think that this team, again, has the foundation to be a dynasty because they have all the right pieces. And now you're just figuring out, the pieces you lost and these depth pieces. How can we be better? And that's what I love. So who's going to be cornerback 2? Who wants to be the other starting safety? Who wants to be the edge guys? Who wants to be the linebacker? There's so many things that I feel good about. Like, whoever wins, man, may the best man win. I'm not like, oh, man, I'm bummed out. We really need to do this. Now, corner is questionable if, things aren't going right. I like Mac McWilliams. Thought that was a great pickup, but he's the backup for Coop. He's really a nickel corner, but hey, whatever. We'll see what happens. I feel excited about this team, and even the return game. We'll see if Anaya Smith, when healthy, can do anything. You brought in Avery Williams. He was not practicing today, but again, it's OTAs. We'll see. Not everyone's going to be there. Giles Jackson's here. Taylor Morin, Chanderick Powell, Shipley Dotson. There's a lot of guys that can return, and we will see this team and what they can do. And you know what? Just for the hell of it, let's take a quick little look here. And again, you can get a detailed breakdown the other day on that video. It wasn't a live one. So we took a look at this depth chart. I explained all these battles, and you can see the key. You want to pause this video, take a gander at the outlines, or the rookie guys. You have the green players that were added this year. And then you have your reserve future guys that are gray there. So you see the white, a lot of starters. They've been here. We're just building on something that I think, again, is a dynasty. So let's up and go. Now this defense lost some key players, but I think they've drafted and signed the right players to fill those things, whether that be this year or, the years prior. So I'm pumped up, man. And don't take this to heart, this depth chart. It will change. I'll keep my eye on what's going down. My feelings, I'll let you know who I have where. But this was just kind of filled in. Trying to get the colors right and make sure everything is in. And as we find out more information as to who's playing, what punt returner, kick returner, I will add that stuff in. If we add any players, you will get breakdowns of them. They will get added to this depth chart, all that great stuff throughout this offseason. I will keep you up to date with everything you could possibly need to know, but always here for you. So if you have any questions, any comments here on this video, any other days you're watching, whatever, I'm always here for you guys, man. It sucks without football, so we try to get through it. Here in the Dylan might not make thing. Oh, I was just saying that, man. It was just something I've said for a while now. I just feel Will Shipley's that number 2 guy, and if one of these young guys would step up, okay, but hey, maybe you just keep him around. He's really cheap, so there's no point, in just getting rid of him. But if somebody's really stepping it up, hey, one of these young guys is good at returning the ball and, being a running back, then maybe he makes the team. So we'll see throughout the offseason, but that's just something I was throwing out there. But you never know. You never know. Oh, man, you let me know. I'd love to see you, my friend. And I can't wait. I really can't wait to run it back, dude, and just win another Super Bowl and really just put the Stone Cold Stunner to all these clowns out here. And I see the slander. I try, and I'm getting really good at just ignoring that stuff and focusing on you guys. And I just don't have time for that negativity in my life. And we're the champs, dude. So they can whine and talk about whatever they need to. I don't care. And I see a lot of people always arguing with these Cowboys and Commanders and Giants fans. And, dude, just post a picture of Jalen or whoever, holding the Super Bowl trophy and let them know. We're the champs, baby. No one gives a damn about your little tears. And I saw someone commented like, Philly sucks. It's like you're spending your time going to an Eagles channel to talk about how Philly sucks. Oh, the team that won the Super Bowl, who beat the living shit out of your dynasty. The first team that's going to three-peat, the Kansas City Chiefs, and we beat the hell out of you. Yeah, they suck. Oh, right. One of the greatest teams anyone's ever witnessed, whether they like to admit it or not, that they suck. Okay. Talk yourselves through it. Talk yourselves through it. We know who the champs are, and that's what matters, that joy. I can't, like, getting the second one, it was just like, what the? Like, dude, and oh, no, you don't play for the team. No, I don't, jackass. But guess what? For almost 40 years of my life, I've loved the Philadelphia Eagles. And I waited all my life to watch that first 30-plus years to watch that first Super Bowl. And then I just got to watch another. So all those stupid cellophane jokes and all the dumb shit about the Eagles not winning, no one cares. And, oh, well, we won back in 1932 when my ball was 18. And it's like, well, dude, that's great. You know, you're living in the past. I'm talking about this century, who's been dominating. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, at least, you know, these last 10 years, we're definitely, this past decade, kicking ass. So they can live in the past all they want. I'm in the now, baby, living the now. So, hell yeah. And I'd like to get some more. And you guys know my feelings on that. I think that this team, as I told you last year, is going to win the Super Bowl. Then they're going to do it again and again. They're going to be the first team to ever three-peat. And it all began by stopping someone else's three-peat. We are the giant killers. We just go out here and legend killers, really. We have taken out Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and then, of course, Tom Brady, the Patriots. And we are the only team to beat Vince Lombardi in a championship game. So that's just what the Eagles do. Okay? We take out the best, so bring your best. We're going back-to-back here. So I can't wait, and you'll have to let me know about that, Drew, my man. But I can't wait to see this offense. Like, Steen, hopefully, is that guy at right guard. But, I mean, running back, maybe. Dawson's going to be a better receiver for this team. He's going to be here all off season. He's got things down. Obviously, you have AJ and Devontae still. Goddard's back. We're going to find out Harrison Bryant can step it up with Calcaterra. Who wants to do what there? Steen hopefully can step it up. Saquon Barkley. With Will Shipley, Van Sumeren being listed only as a fullback. We'll see how much we actually use a fullback. Defense. I can't wait to break it down. We're going to do another one, even though it's Vic Fangio. We know the defense, but we'll give a little recap for those who don't. We'll take a look at how fun it looks with these new pieces, and I'll explain some of these guys that are very versatile and why we love them, going into this draft. So pumped up. Tiffany, appreciate you tuning in. Let's effing go, birds. Love to see you guys sharing that love down below. And what I was going, yeah, they're always trying to change any kind of rules, do anything they can to get themselves through it. So F them. Yo, Tim, my man, hope you're having a great night. Appreciate you taking the time. We're just going over talking about OTAs here. Going to get rolling out here. So if you guys have any final thoughts, love to hear it. But, again, try not to get worked up about who's not there, this, that, the other thing. Things like Bryce Huff, that's where you're like, why is he not there, right? Some of your veteran players, it's not mandatory. They're not. You like when they're there to help the young guys. Some of these guys will be there. But look, this is their time off. They're trying to obviously get a little free time, and I'm perfectly fine with that. They don't need to. And I know they make millions of dollars, and trust me, they're dedicating a lot of, time to this stuff. So I try to be understanding. But guys like Bryce Huff, man, you really want to make this team, I would put forth maximum effort. I wouldn't be using that vacation time at this moment. Just letting you know. But that's, we went over the notes. That's pretty much what's going on with this team. Love to see that, we're getting a little bit of these answers, but it's going to take some time, right? We got to be patient. As always, we stay patient in these parts because we know this team, they've got some changes coming that aren't big deals. We already have players in place. So I'm perfectly fine with it. Calcaterra is good, man. He's a good tight end too, and he's improved on his blocking. He's a great, pass catching guy. But he's really somebody that what the fuck? I'm so sorry. I don't know why my dog has to be an asshole all of the effing time. All right, hold on a second. It's insane to me that this dog just wilding all the time. But yeah, man, I think Calcaterra, sorry, my apologies, getting me sidetracked there, but Calcaterra is a good tight end too. We need to find out what the future is there. I think Harrison Bryant was a good pickup. You got guys like Granson, EJ Jenkins here. You've got Muse and Latu. So we got competition at tight end. But future very questionable there. Probably Goddard's last year. So hopefully Calcaterra continues to develop, improve. I'd love to see it. I'd love to be here with, an answer already this time next year in the offseason. So we'll see. My dog losing his mind. So I got to get rolling anyway. But staying within the system piece. Yeah, man, we're not going to change much. And Patullo's here. He's going to be running an offense that I just this dog losing my mind. But one thing that doesn't make me lose, well, it does make me lose my mind in a joyous way. And whatever, F Herschel, 99 days until Eagles football. So get yourself excited. If you're watching this later, you have any thoughts, regardless of Herschel's barking, I'd love to hear what you have to say. And look, I will continue to bring you guys any information. And look, Eric, he's got some great thoughts on things. I will be real with you. He called the Jihad Campbell pick there at pick 20. He knew what was coming, how he was trying to do in the trade market. We'll see what else he's got to say, but not here tonight. But look, I love you guys. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. I will be back hopefully, no, not tomorrow, Friday. We're going to have Fan Friday. We're going to recap what happened because we'll have another day of OTAs. We'll do all that we can this weekend. I will get you through this sicko season the best of my ability. But if you need anything, it doesn't have to be about the birds. Always here for you guys as you are for me. Just reach out any of these platforms. I love you guys. Hope you're having a great week so far. We're almost to the weekend. Let's keep pushing right through, baby. But I love you guys. Again, reach out if you need me. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!